Okay, hello. I am Jason Sterling. Just making sure my, uh, just making sure that my live stream is live. We are live. It came through real quick today. No troubles. So we're working on this line of modern townhouses for here at Robles Point, right? To replace beforehand, there was like a large home here that was a pretty modern structure attached to like an older structure where it maybe been built onto an older structure, and it had an absolutely massive yard. And I kind of felt like, given the area where it's located, which is in an obviously sort of core downtown area with a lot of high density buildings around it, it didn't make a lot of sense. So I decided to go with a stretch of modern townhomes. I will check every so often in chat just in case someone says something, has any questions or anything. I'll take a quick look at chat every so often just to see, kind of make sure everything is going okay there. Now, back to back to our townhomes. I wanted to do a more modern take. Nowadays, a lot of times when they do townhomes, it's not just a stretch of the exact same structure over and over and over. They kind of vary the front facades of it, vary the heights a little bit. And it's almost like, in this case, so far, 4 individual homes that just happen to be connected, with common walls and sharing a common lot. Here in the back, we will have some sort of small backyards, but in the end, I think most of this will be common area space. And so it would be a bit like a condominium development where everybody is going to own this. They own their interior space, but the common space is owned by the condominium association, of which everyone owns shares of, right? So far, my favorite part of this is this little narrow house I stuck in here. I did this as kind of a nod to traditional neighborhoods where sometimes you will come across like that narrow little house that's just sandwiched between a couple of, larger sort of manor style houses. This is somewhat common in older neighborhoods, got manor house, and somehow someone squeezed in like this 6-foot wide, long, narrow house in between the two. And so this is kind of a nod to that. And it's kind of going to be our affordable unit, right? So that we don't have just sort of the upper side of middle class. Maybe we could fit an actual middle class person here. There's no garage with this unit, just a parking space out front, but that in and of itself in an urban area would be really great just to have a place for off-street parking for a vehicle. But you can see we've got a really narrow setup here. You come into the front door, you have an entryway with a bookshelf, right? I love the bookshelf. I think that's really supposed to be for kids or something, but I'm using reds in here and it had this red square and it just looks really cool and modern, so we went with that. Got a half bath here for guests, storage closet or maybe a pantry closet for the kitchen, and then of course the dining room. Then up a level, we're going to have a sort of living space up here that also has a small bathroom. Now, in real life, I would see this small bathroom as a sort of optional add-on. So if a family moving here wanted to be able to more easily use this as, say, a guest bedroom from time to time, or maybe a future bedroom in some way, they might elect to put in this sort of 3/4 bath, which is going to be a shower, toilet, and sink. But if a family didn't feel like they wanted to do that, they wanted to use this whole space as a living area, you could leave that off. So I kind of think of it as an optional add-on. This is our model home, right? So that's showing the optional features. But this is going to be the living area here on the second level. And then on the top level will be our only true bedroom. It's a little small, but it does have a pretty sizable bath. In fact, maybe we could maybe even make the bath smaller. I might, we'll see. But it's got a good enough size bath. It's got a walk-in closet, and then it'll have kind of a small bedroom here. And there's some open, like all the floors are kind of open to each other. You have these celestial type windows where you can look all the way up. And so it really is designed for just a couple or a single person because there's not a whole lot of privacy in that unit. But hey, if you wanted to put a kid on that second floor, you certainly could do so. On this side over here, this is what we really need to finish. I need to put another end unit here. Kind of like this one, right? Kind of like this one, but not exactly. And we'll need to do some tinkering. Right now, this part of the facade feels really massive and up front, and it should feel a little up front. It is up front. It is kind of the furthest out and the tallest, right? So it sticks out the furthest and it raises up the tallest. And I think once I get some windows in to break up that, it'll help a little bit. We'll see. Some landscaping might help in here too. There's not a lot of landscaping, in this area because of the way these particular interior townhomes, the townhomes in the middle, are designed. There's not a lot of landscaping space out front. This is another kind of open concept idea here where, again, you can see there's a long drop from the upper level all the way down, to the first floor, and even has a sort of angled window, which is kind of a bit of a nod to The Sims. The Sims has a lot of apartments with kind of angled windows like that. I feel like that's a little bit of an 80s convention, 70s and 80s, 1970s, 1980s, but, we're going to bring it back. They're bringing it back here. What we're going to do also is we're going to build our corner unit here, and I have to admit, I'm a little bit at a loss of exactly where I'm going to head. Now, right off the bat, I've been starting a lot, with the exception of this place, the narrow one, with kind of a seven squares across, right? So we're going to have a 7 square across box. So it's 4, 6, 7, right? And we're going to bring it all the way back. This is going to be a really large unit. That's my intention anyway at the moment. So we're going to bring it back quite a bit, and maybe not that much. Yeah, maybe not quite that much. Let's bring it up a little bit. And then we're going to do some, bump outs and some cutouts and things, just like we've done here on this end, because I do really like the way this looks. Has a very modern sort of style to it. So I want to try to achieve something along those lines for this. Now, my first thought is maybe to go in and just kind of trim out a section here in the middle, maybe. So let's say we trim this out and we trim this section here out, right? And like this. I'm going to go ahead and take this wall out. Go up. And I kind of have to decide how big this is going to get. The one on the other end is 4 levels tall, and we definitely probably ought to do a 4 level down here as well to kind of keep a certain cohesiveness about it. So let's pull in another level there. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we're going to take out all of these floors, right? And make this just a large open space and create a sort of hanging room here, right? So we're going to come in and build out a hanging room like this. And then once we get up here, we go ahead and kind of cap it with a roof line. Let's see. No, I don't know if that's what I want to do. It's not what I want to do because I don't want these two pieces connected, right? I want them to be separate. So what I'm going to have to do real quick is go ahead and just box this in. Just so I have that pad there to build on, right? Well, I'm going to need it anyway. I'm going to need it anyway because we are going to build in a roof here. And we're going to raise it up a bit like that. Bring it across. And then bring it out. Because it will cover the entire area. But up here, take this wall back out. There we go. Up here, we're going to have that floating room set up. Go ahead and put kind of a roof on that. And to start, I'm going to go ahead and draw on these walls. I mean, I think, of course, we're going to alter it some more, but for now, let's go ahead and just frame all of this in. So we have an idea of how much interior space we're going to end up with. I don't want to end up cutting so much of this out like a puzzle piece that I don't have any room inside to actually place rooms, right? I don't want to sacrifice the actual house just to make it look kind of cool on the outside. So we'll go here, here, Come on. Whoops. Did that wrong. I'm going to have to drop that down. There we go. That'll make it easier. Lord. Okay, let's go here and get this out of the way. Okay, so then we've got our exterior there, right? With kind of that dramatic cutout and these floating rooms standing off the side. We could also do, let's see here, we're going to need a garage, right? So my thought is to do a garage here. We'll put in our little kind of bay. Actually, let's do it like this. We're going to map out the bay in this fashion. And then we can we'll draw this all the way up. Again, to give us sort of a start to where we're headed with this on the exterior details. So it doesn't look like a flat box because I don't want a flat box. Could do like this as well. Kind of like we did on the other end, and maybe too much like we did on the other end, because I don't want it to be too matching. But for the moment, let's kind of go with it here and bring this part of the house out like this. And we'll bring this like that. You know, I was going to shorten that down, but I might leave it. I might leave it up like that. My first thought was to kind of make it the same height as the rest of that roof there, but would it look better? No, it doesn't look better. Never mind. I don't think it does look better. Well, shoot, maybe. Maybe though if I did it like this, if I pulled it one more like that, right? And I brought it one more like this, and I brought it one more like that, and then like that. So we have more of a deep overhang with that. Maybe. For now, we'll leave it alone. And we're going to look some more here at our options for a front door. And the back of this structure. Let's see here. Okay, let's look at that. I'm kind of lost in thought here because this is the last part of this structure, exterior wise, I'm going to do. And I am really, I want it to look different, but it has to look the same. It has to be cohesive. It has to kind of match overall with what else is built here. So if we do something like that, maybe. And let's take this same sort of floor here, right? And let's move it up a level. And maybe up even another level. Like that. No, I think I'll take that one off. Let's take that one off. Let's leave it like this. So we've got kind of it's not too bad at the moment. We're going to leave it as we see it right now. Now, we have a garage here. We need a front door, which could go here. We could do a front door from the side. And maybe even do a yard for this unit on this side. So what if we took this out and we kind of made a sort of gate, right? So we kind of make a sort of gate like that. And you pass over here to the front porch. And in fact, you know what? We could make this a double story space. Let's surround the entire thing with windows. So we'll grab these windows here. Do I want to use regular? Let's use regular size. This will be a somewhat grander space. Now, we still need someplace to put the front door. So maybe we'll go ahead and take these out. And we're only using, by the way, I haven't mentioned that yet, this particular stream. We're only using base game and growing together. So those are the only assets that we're using for this particular build. So far, I've used these sliding glass doors, and I've used them mostly because the color of the wood matches better the color of the windows. Could do this really tall version of it here. Let me put in the move objects on sheet here. I haven't put any of my cheats in yet, which is not going to be good. Let's see here. And I think what would be really cool is to go ahead and make this entire area kind of a two-story entry. So let's go all the way across here and just take out this middle portion. So we have a very dramatic two-story entry here. As so. We're going to put that there mostly so that I have the ability to put trim around it here in a little bit. Now, we have that done, and my thought is to put in, these stairs. I used these earlier. So we put the stairs here, bring it across. Now, It feels like it does need a sort of porch there, though. Because right now, I don't know, there is something kind of missing. I think it's this. What we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to establish a front porch, right? That's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to establish a front porch. And then instead of bringing the stairs out this way, we're going to bring the stairs this way. So we're going to come here. We're going to grab these stairs for now. These are the ones we're going to use for the moment. And we're going to bring them, can't intersect with walls. So how close can we get them? Just that close. Not any closer. Okay. Let me put that right there for now, because what I'm thinking is I could just take that wall out, of course, and then can't intersect with walls. It's going to be this part here, I guess. Okay, we could take it then like this. Right. Like so. The only other thing I could do would be to just make this smaller. And that is an option to make that smaller. So maybe like that. Okay, so then hopefully our stairs would be able to come all the way. Shoot, come on. Can't intersect with walls. So still too close. Let's try something else here. How close can we get it? That close. That's how close we can get it. So the only other thing, it's going to leave me all tongue-tied, right? I guess I can move this, right? I can move it one more. Let's move it one more, and then it would get more to where I want it to be, which is like that. And we'll bring this across like so. And let's take a look at what we've got here. That is what we have here and now. That's really not, it's not too bad. I feel like this kind of shape is going to be really impractical when it comes time to decorate. That's what I think. But, let's give it a shot. We can go back. We can change it later. Let's do this here as well. the thing is art as architecture, right? So let's try something like that. And I don't really like the color of the stairs. Let me take a look at this real quick. What other colors do we have? We have white. Let's put some white there for now, because I may change that, but right now I'm like, ugh, it's really not doing it for me. Do. Okay, so I may just have to go ahead and move this back completely, like so. Because the stairs are not my favorite at the moment. So I'd rather they were sitting right about here. And then we could extend this so that it's held up by both of these sets of walls. So it looks a little more natural. And in fact, could just bring it all the way across. So I think it might be easier just to, hammer it out. And go ahead and redraw it. And let's go ahead and replicate as well this idea of a gate. Like that. Okay, so that's where we are at the moment with that. Let's take a look at it and see what we have. Not too bad. Very, very modern. We're going to have a driveway here for the garage. One thing I could do if I made this really big to make it a large is I could make this one like a 2-car garage, right? Put one on each side. And then we'll grab this here and like that. Do. I would like to have like all windows on this front. But I don't. Oh, hello, Zenya. How are you? Sorry, I don't know how long ago you said hi. I've been kind of caught up in building this thing, of course. But hello, welcome in. trying to finish off the structure of this townhouse development with this final unit here at the end. And I don't know. I think I've just about settled on having a 2-car garage here, even though it is a townhome, an urban townhome. Like that. I think we'll grab these new modern windows here from Growing Together. We'll use those there. And we might go ahead, well, might go ahead and make that a 2-story space as well, so that we'll take out this wall, this wall, this wall. Take that out. Take out that wall. Make a couple of really grand sort of vistas, interior vistas here for this space. I'm going to map out our garage real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like so. That'll be our kind of large 2-car garage for this particular unit. Since the true living area starts here where the front door is on this second level, the first level we might put like an income apartment, you know, kind of a rental unit down there that the owners could rent out. It's a really large area, so we'll see. But maybe something like that. Up here, we're going to take some of this out. These new windows from Growing Together are really great. I love the modern look on it. It's kind of the whole inspiration for a modern kind of stretch of townhouses here to replace the single family home that was on this particular lot. Whoops. Mm-hmm. You know, one thing that might be cool now that I look at it, and I kind of thought about this a minute ago, is going to connect that there. So we have this sort of open air breezeway from the front door all the way around to the back. And we'll go ahead and put in a sort of back entrance here. There would also be an entrance here at the bottom. And then we could take a set of stairs and place them here. And we'll go ahead and grab this particular wall here, bring it out. Might make that a little bit taller. At least partially, kinda. I don't want to like hem in the view from this apartment too much, right? I don't want them to feel trapped back here, like they're in a cave. But at the same time, this is probably going to be our most expensive apartment here on the end. So they're going to want and expect a certain amount of privacy. So as a developer, as a real estate developer here, I'm between a bit of a rock and a hard place. Why isn't that working? Let me see here. Strange. I think I know why, because it can't go any higher than that wall, of course. Okay. Let's see here. Let's do this. We may have to do it all the way out. We'll see. I don't know. Like I said, I hate to block their view too much, but it's just kind of where it is at the moment. We're going to go ahead and drag. We'll go ahead and drag this over like that. I think we could use this area here as an office, and this is kind of an entryway. We'll have a living area here, dining, and kitchen. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. And maybe a breakfast area, casual dining. We're going to put in a little bit of railing, start dressing it up at least a little bit. I think we're getting pretty close to an exterior look here, though. Okay, let's take a look at it. It's not too bad. I think we're going to have enough room here on these couple of levels, because we're going to need to put bedrooms in here. So I'm thinking bedrooms back here, right? Maybe like kids' bedrooms. Or we could do a master retreat here on this level. Make the kids walk up. Let's make the kids walk up to the top level there. And we'll put in a couple of bedrooms up here for kids with a shared bath and closet area. And maybe see this as kind of a play area or a play zone for them. So actually, we'll make that a little bit larger. We'll make this larger in this direction. We've got a bathroom here. There'll be kind of a Jack and Jill type of bath. I'd like for both bedrooms to be able to access that bathroom from the bedroom, and also they'll be able to use that bathroom as a guest bath in case they have friends up here just kind of hanging out in this play zone, right? So in order to, and I need a closet space within that sort of section there. So in order to accommodate that, I guess we could do like this. We'll have tub, toilet. Well, no, that won't work. It would work as a Jack and Jill bath. And then a closet, kind of a shared walk-in closet here. No, it would be okay. It would be okay. We just will do a single sink instead of double sinks. I don't know, though. Let's just do it. Let's do it as just a Jack and Jill bath, right? Let's not make ourselves any more crazy than we have to. Let's do it as Jack and Jill bath, and then we can make a small half bath here for guests. And then we'll make the entry to the one bedroom here, the other bedroom here, kind of a play zone out here. Now on this level, we're going to have kind of an open seating. I've got to put in stairs though, too. We're going to have kind of an open seating area there at that end. And the rest of this as master bedroom, bath, and closet. Let's do some stairs, though. I'm going to run out of space for stairs. And if I need to make this unit bigger, I've got to get busy on making this unit bigger, right? If I'm going to try to fit all this stuff in, and I'm going to need to extend this out. Well, that's what I need to do. So here in the garage, let's start here. We're going to need stairs up from the garage to the next level. What I would ideally like to do is put the stairs maybe right here. That's in the garage, though. Okay, so maybe right here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put them right there. And let's do kind of a U-shaped stairway. Come on. There we go. Ah, come on. There we are. Okay, so we'll do this sort of U-shaped stairway here. We're going to swing it around. And you go up here. I'm going to put in some lighting real quick. It's starting to get real dark in here now that we're going to work with a little bit finer details. Let's see here. Okay. So we've got some stairs there. That feels a little tight. Let's try turning them. Ideally, I'd like for that part of the stairway to be down lower. More like that. That works. We'll go with that. Come on. Can't intersect with walls. Let's see what's up here. Aha. We're going to have to do a little bit of redesign in order to make this work. I usually put stairs in first, and this is the reason why. Because everything has to kind of work around them. And then we get up here, and let's see. We have a landing here for the stairs. You know, I'm really not sure that these U-shaped stairs are the way to go. I used them in the opposite, you know, down there at that end townhouse, but dealing with them now, I'm not in love with them, and especially when we get up here and I need more space to work around with. I'm gonna go ahead and just try it, you know, just like that. Let's just try a regular plain stairs. Because I just don't know that we're saving the space there to justify using that type of stairs. And in fact, I think it might be making things worse. Put that there. Okay, and then once we get up here, we can come through and we'll draw a line along here, right? Create our bedroom. Got kind of a play area still. We have our bathroom and our closet. And one thing I could do in order to save space but still satisfy the fact that I do want a small half bath here is to do a 1x2 tiled bath, which isn't really that hard to do. It shouldn't cause us really any trouble. Let's see. We will grab a door here as so. Put it in the middle. And then we'll grab a toilet, of course, a commode. Beautiful, pristine white. And what we'll have to do is we'll just have to slide it back a little bit into the wall. Not a lot, but a little bit. And make sure it doesn't stick out on the other side. It doesn't. And we'll do the same thing when it comes to the sink. So we're going to grab kind of a small sink here. We don't have a lot to choose from. We are somewhat limited because we can only use base game in this new pack. But we could maybe do the new sort of pack here, the new sink. Let's see. We're going to slide it back just kind of like that. Yeah, and that works. And then later we will play test it, but I do this all the time, so I know it'll work. But I'll still play test it later, make sure that the placement of those two items is exactly where they need to be so that we don't have any issues, any Sims screaming they can't reach, the toilet, right? Put that in here while we're at it. And there we go. Do, do, do. And then we'll have our Jack and Jill bath over here because we can take this door and we'll have a tub, a commode, and two sinks. We'll do the same thing down here where we'll put in this door here and here and use this as a shared walk-in closet. Now for windows. Windows are going to be a little bit trickier. I mean, kind of, maybe not. Let me take a look here and see what we've got. We could take this one like so. That's not exactly my ideal, but it works. It's okay. Now we've got two bedrooms here. We're going to have, kind of our master bedroom and bath, which basically I think we'll bring across like that. It's going to be a really large kind of master retreat area with a small sort of sitting area out here. Again, maybe for an office, maybe just a place for the kids to hang out sometimes with mom and dad, while they're working in the office. Who knows? But we're going to need windows coming up that side. And my one thought is to go ahead and just do a bump out here. Just exactly the same as we did down below. Like this and this and this. Again, we're talking about a pretty large space for this master bedroom. And in fact, we probably will be able to we probably won't have to utilize all of it. That's what I'm looking to say. We probably can get away with not utilizing the entire space. Make it a little bit smaller. And then if we replicate this box here, Again, we end up with a pretty large kid's bedroom on this second floor. And one thing we could do there in that case is just go ahead and make the closet bigger. I mean, there are two people sharing this closet, so you can maybe have this side and this side, right? Or we could just have individual closets since they're sharing the bath. Maybe they each have their own closet. So we end up with kind of a bedroom and maybe an office again for a kid. And we will grab these windows, do them here and here. And I think we could put these windows here and here. It's giving us kind of a view of where we stand on that. Okay, do we want to put any more windows up front? Probably at least some. So maybe something like this and that. And that. That's not too bad of a look. We've got a pretty large 3-bedroom place here with some sort of extra living areas outside of just kind of our living room, kitchen, dining area on this level. Now we still have this, right? We still have this set up here. So what we could do is, like I said, create sort of an apartment for rent, right? And I suppose we could draw a line like this. Maybe something like that. So this would provide an entry for the apartment. And what we would also do is draw this line across here and provide an access to the laundry room so that the person renting this apartment could share the laundry room or share the storage area with the family. Because I think we could also do this, bring this across, make this a storage area. So, if the family was so inclined, then they could share those spaces. Let's grab a couple of lights here. Light fixture, light, light. Now, as far as windows go for this particular unit, it's already kind of shady. It's got a lot of overhangs on it. So, what to do? He's probably already going to feel a little bit like a hobbit, stuck in under there. So let's put in, we've got these doors, right? Could do some sliding glass doors. And we could basically replicate again that corner down here. And maybe even go ahead and do the same thing right here, right? Now we're getting that weird stutter. There's these pieces were designed by Maxis a little bit too big, as you can see. I don't know if that goes away when I put flooring in. I know I can go back with the tool mod and I can fix it that way. No, it does not go away with like that. One thing I've just been doing so far is kind of replicating the wall. So we could go in and draw it out, you know, like this. The same as we have on every other level. And then the windows, the stutter would be underneath the other window, right? Or inside underneath the wall and stuff, so you wouldn't see it. Like that. So that's not too bad. Well, you do still kind of see it there. This is the first time I'm really noticing it. Because that's pretty intense. I can see it over there too. So I don't know. Like I said, I can go with the tool mod and I can change it slightly, you know, scale it down just ever so slightly, and that will fix it. So we'll see. I might go ahead and do a balcony here. I don't know how parents would feel about a balcony here because, you know, this is kind of for the kids area. They might be worried they jump, but at least if they jump, they're only going to fall 2 stories. So chances are, unless they land on their head, they're probably going to be okay, right? So let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to go ahead and put it in. We're going to risk it. Sim children are pretty smart. They don't usually throw themselves to their death, you know, off of these particular balconies. So I think we'll be okay. Put that there. Okay, for the moment, I think that looks okay for the moment. I still want to work here though. This one looks okay. Very much a modern, almost postmodern sort of look and feel to it. Let's move that over so it lines up. Now we've got this unit here. You know what would be great is go ahead and just grab these windows again and just put them on this opposite side. Because basically we could go ahead and just kind of mirror, right? Mirror each side. Let me take this, kind of do a little notch here. And again, let's try putting in a couple of windows here facing front, maybe Some windows on the side, let a lot of light in. That gives it a little bit more of a sort of detailed entryway. It actually might be kind of cool to stretch this across and make that double-sized. So if we came in, took that out, drew that across. Which is kind of close to what I was doing anyway, right? I mean, yeah, so let's take that like that. We'll grab these windows and put them in. You know, even with the stutter from those windows, they're still gorgeous. I still love them. So, and then we'll make this larger. Grab another kind of angled window like that. And we're going to need to take this, bring it across. So we have a big open sort of area there. Yeah, that's not too bad. I do like that, I think. I think that's going to work. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go ahead and take those out for now. And that. Now, I am a little uncertain about this window placement down here because it is so close to that. So if I take them out, I'll have to replace it with something else, of course. Mm-hmm. With the natural thought being that we use these windows here. Not too bad. I think that's going to work okay. You know, as I build it out and tinker with it, it's probably going to change a little bit. But I think we're getting the sort of modern look that I do definitely want with this particular build. And once I start putting in the exterior details like the siding or the rock facing or whatever we use, that's definitely going to change part of this as well. Let's see here. This is actually a really large middle unit as well. I have not done a lot of cutouts in this, you know, where the floors are open to below. I did here with that area. Could maybe do stairs here and here and down here. This is really where my thought is this is where we're going to put the kitchen and living and dining area is right here. However, we could also make this maybe for an elderly relative. So instead of being an income property or being part of the living area, it could be kind of an apartment for like grandma, right? So that she doesn't have to go upstairs and downstairs all the time to get the sort of things she needs. And then up here could be our living area, bedrooms. Maybe this whole thing could be one large living area. Let's try putting in some stairs. Okay, so we'll take that out and that gives us a little bit of like a stair landing, right? We'll do the same thing on this level, make this whole area a little bit bigger so that there is a natural place for the stairs to go. And then that area there. And that is pretty nice. We could do maybe, we could do maybe a balcony out here. We have one kind of mocked up right above it, though. Maybe not. Probably just go in and put in a couple of, kids' bedrooms here with some ensuite baths because we could go in and, basically do like this bathroom, closet. And then there would be plenty of room in here, right, for beds and stuff, and a little bit of a loft area for them to hang out on together. There is no guest bath in this case if I do it that way, but it'd be pretty easy for like this one to act as a guest bath. Wouldn't be any big deal. Down here we put mom and dad's kind of master retreat. Again with, just kind of probably a large sort of master bath and closet area like that. Maybe a little bit longer. Place for the bed. And again, a sort of landing to hang out on. It's really big. It would work great as an office or a place for the whole family to kind of get together for games and stuff like that right outside mom and dad's bedroom. Then we'll have our kitchen, living, dining area down here with maybe a living room here, dining, large kitchen here. And that leaves this bottom area. So the bottom area to me does seem like it'd be a pretty good area for grandma, right? For grandma or grandpa. And we would do, again, we're going to have kind of a service area for the household, like laundry room, storage stuff there, right? like so. Maybe even an additional storage closet right here for grandmother's specific use, right? Well, no, because we've got to get into the laundry room through there. Well, we could maybe do this. Well, not like that. Let's not do it that way. Let me go here, take that out, and then let's say we do it like this, so that we have kind of a way in here and a way up. It feels kind of weird, though, having that front door there, and there is no other front door for that unit. Now that I think about it, that is the only front door for that unit because I didn't do stairs up to the second level. So if we're not going to use this as some sort of entryway for guests, okay, so Grandma might have to go to the nursing home after all. I know it's sad. We're going to miss her, but we're going to visit at least once a month. We're going to get over there and see her. Because, yeah, I don't think that I can. I mean, we've got to have like kind of a living area down here, right? I guess, okay, we could compromise. We could maybe do a bedroom for Grandma, but there's not very many windows on this level. Okay, let's see here. We could do that, though. Oh, Lord, what have I painted myself into with this particular unit? I don't know. It would be really easy just to go ahead and I don't know. Shoot. Let's move that. Let's take those out. Let's go ahead and move this, right? Make that a little bit bigger. So we've got a bigger kind of walkway here back to this family area. I don't know why I even care. I really wanted to make this, I guess, like an area for grandmother, right? I really don't need to. I really don't have to. I really don't have to care if she has it or not. And but I also don't have to care if we have if someone comes here to the front door and everyone's up here on this level, I guess I could have a Ring doorbell or something, right? There's a lot of times I'm on the second floor of my house. My office is here on the second floor. I have to go downstairs to answer the door. So, yeah, I think we could let's go ahead and let's do it. Let's make this a laundry room, right? And let's make this yeah, no, let's just do it like that. Let's make this grandma's apartment here on the first floor. Let's do that. If we ever get elevators from The Sims, that'd be very, very convenient. I could put an elevator right here to lift her up, right? Right. But we'll go ahead and we'll do it this way. And I guess down here, we could make this real homey. I mean, we could. And that way, if someone's a guest and they're not really staying, like they're a salesman or something, right? There would be someplace so they could come in. But I don't think I'll even put a bathroom on this level except for grandmother's bathroom over here. And since this is her house, I mean, we're going to go ahead and we'll kind of frame out like a bedroom Come on. A bedroom here. Like that. With a bathroom and a closet. Whoops. So she'll have a small bedroom there and not too small though. It's okay. She'll have a bedroom there and a bath. Let's see here. Let's look for some doors real quick here. Use this one. And that way it can act as a guest bath if she has anybody over. And then in this area, we will do a seating area and a little place to have something to eat. You know, in a little kitchen. So the kitchen will be kind of small, sort of almost like a dorm. Well, I can't do a dorm type of kitchen because we're doing only base game and the new pack. But let's see here. Let's put in a fridge. Put in a nice fridge. And a stove. We're going to put in a nice stove. And, you know, let's start with some maybe traditional cabinetry. Since it's grandma, maybe she likes something a little bit traditional. And you know what? I think, though, I'm going to move the kitchen down here. Because I could use this space. Like that. Bring that here. Right, so when you first walk in, you've got the kitchen, which makes a little more sense. I'm going to make this over here and put that there. And then we can have one more counter for grandma, because grandmother's still, we're going to pretend, right? We're going to pretend she still likes to cook a little bit. She still likes to make cookies. She likes to lure her grandchildren downstairs. She's like, oh, look, grandma's making some cookies. You better come downstairs. So yeah, we're going to add another counter there so she has an easier time cooking. And then we could put in pretty easily now a living area here, because we could put in like a sofa and a TV and a chair without too much trouble at all. What would grandma like to have? Grandmother would like to have. Now, this is one place where I might finally be able to use this newer furniture like this, right? Grandmother would like to have that sort of sofa with a throw on it and some pillows and stuff like that. Because this is not really, like, I love this sofa, but I don't like when they put pillows and throws and stuff on it, because it does make it really specific, right? To a specific style and a specific look. But it just so happens that grandma likes that type of look. Grandma wants a throw there in case it gets chilly, right? In case it gets a little cold. She wants a throw there. She kind of bundle up in while she's watching some TV. And she likes these pillows too. You know, she wants something soft to put behind her back. So yeah, that I'm going to use that for her, and that works for her. I do like it for that. So we're going to put her TV here. She likes to see her stories, right? She's got her stories going on. Grandma's 85 years old, still watching One Life to Live. You know, she'll even tell you she's seen the same soap opera line like 3 dozen times, but she's still going to watch it because she just loves it. She loves that show. So we're going to We're going to give her a TV. Now she needs some more seating in here. Oh, a rocking chair. Yeah, let's do the rocking chair. That's awesome. Let's do that. We'll do the rocking chair because so far I haven't done this rocking chair either. Again, it's not my favorite. I don't know. It's just kind of like not really my style, but it is grandma's style and she loves to rock, especially if she's going to knit or something. So she's totally into that. Let's see what we've got for tables here. I'm going to use this one by Peacemaker. He's an excellent CC creator, of course. You probably already know that. And I love this particular item. Comes in a lot of colors, too. He's got so many choices here for colors. This is grandma's house, or grandma's stuff. So I'm thinking she's got stuff from a lot of different, times, maybe. So let's see. Let's go with the darker wood there. And we'll put some plants over here, right? Some plants in front of the window. I'll pull this out just a little bit, kind of like that. Well, let's turn it. Let's turn it just ever so slightly like that. That's actually kind of good, though, too, for her knitting right there because it has all this light from the window. So I think that would work really well. Now, for plants, we need some, what kind of plants do we have to work with here? We've got this. This is very cute. We're going to put that there. Kind of gives her a nice softness to the outside. Isn't that pretty? She's just going to love this. I just love this already. I really do. I really love this look. I'm so happy I went ahead and gave Grandma this bottom floor. And anybody who comes to the front door just have to climb those stairs if they want to come and join the rest of the family. So we've got that. We've got a nice little area there. Now, for food's a tough one. It is going to be hard to put any sort of dining room table in here. Let me think about it for just a moment. Whoops. Now, one thing we could do, so we move this, right? Maybe we move it all the way to here. And then we go ahead and give Grandma an extra square of space. Like that. And you know what would be great about that is then she could also have a door there. So if she wants to go into the laundry room directly from her apartment, then she could do that pretty easily. And then if we set it up like that, right, and we put this here, what we could do is we take this out, move this over here. And move this, remove this. We're going to put this here. That and that. And then we're going to take out this wall because why even have a wall there? Because we have this big window. Now, we only really have this one window, but it is really large. So why block it, right? We could go ahead and put, let me take a look at what we've got here. I was going to say we could put these sort of like rectangular windows here on the side, but I don't think we're going to do that because I don't want to throw off that view there, the way that looks. So let's leave that alone. Let's go down here. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Grandma's got plenty of light. It's a big window. It's got plenty of light. So but what we can do is we'll go ahead and we'll put in a bar. Okay, so we'll put in a small bar here. I think we can take that out. Let me look at the bar. Setup. Mm. Put that there. Put that there. Now I am a little concerned, that will that allow us, it should allow us to have plenty of room to mix stuff up, right? For baking and stuff. And then what we can do is we're going to have to pretend that grandmother only has 2 grandchildren, right? She's only got 2 grandkids because we only got room for 3 bar stools. One's for her and then one's for each of the grandkids. Again, let's use, well, I don't know if I want to use that or not. Maybe. Let's use these in orange. Grandma likes orange. Well, I don't like that orange though. Is that okay? Is that going to clash? No, it's okay. Let's do that, that, and that. Now she's got some place to eat. Now she has some place to cook. Now she has a little living room, right? So, yeah, I think this is really exciting. I'm glad Grandma's moving in with us. I was a little nervous about it at first. You know, it took some getting used to, but hey, I think this is going to work out just fine. Have Grandma move in with the rest of us, and I'm not going to jinx it. I'm going to try not to jinx it, but I do think that this could work out great, right? Right. So we've got that. I might leave the wooden floor here, and we'll just call it Pergo. Let's put in a rug. Because, you know, she probably brought a rug with her, too. She's probably like, you know, she's had this rug since 1900. And so, you know, she wanted to bring it with her. Let's see what kind of rugs do we have. We've got this. This is actually a pretty nice rug. I used to use this all the time. Let's make it down a little bit smaller, even. Kind of like that. Or like that. It could be like that, I suppose. That seems almost too big, though. I can use a tool mod to make it, you know, kind of the size I want, and I might. For now, let's take a look at this. How about this one? That's not too bad. What kind of colors have we got? Got that. And that looks kind of like Grandma, some roses, right? We've got that. Ooh, that's pretty. Well, I like that. So maybe that. That's not too bad. Again, kind of grandma-ish, you know, with the roses and stuff, but it's not too bad. I like that a lot. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Actually, these rugs are pretty good. I'm gonna go with that one. Because I think the blue kind of matches the blue in this rocking chair. So let's go with that. Now, of course, one thing she's going to have, right, because it is growing together, she's going to have like a ton of pictures here on the wall of her grandkids and her family. Put a bunch of pictures up here like so. I'm going to have them over here too, right? Maybe like these by this door. Those are pictures of her cat, right? Or her cats. So we're going to do that like so. And maybe even another one. Like I said, this is Grandma. She's got a lot of pictures. It might be too much, though. It might be too much. Maybe I'm getting a little crazy with it. Let's move this over here. Can we make that smaller? I guess can we make it smaller? Will it work like that? I don't know. For now, let's leave it like that. But when I put pictures in there, I might test it and see if I can make it a little smaller. I'm going to take these pictures here and put them here. Again, because this is Grandma's house and she's got pictures of all of her kids everywhere. Actually, my son's grandmother does have a lot of pictures like that on the wall. Not quite to this extent, but she does maybe to that extent, actually. You know, maybe. She does have a lot of pictures on the wall, including of my son and other grandkids. And so, you know, that's what grandmas do, right? So we're going to put that there. Put that there, there. Grab this here, this here. And we will go ahead and pull out the new vent hood from the new pack, which, if you have not seen me with this pack yet, I absolutely adore this pack. Oh, I didn't know those cabinets were so small. I absolutely adore this pack. It is, I mean, it's a lot of fun, but it's got some great build buy in it too. Now, some stuff I don't like, yes, like that, sofa that already has like a blanket and pillows on it. But then other things like this fridge and this stove and this vent hood, oh my God, I love it to death. It's so awesome. So we'll do that, and then we're going to put some under-counter lighting in here for Grandma because, actually, I shouldn't say for Grandma. I need all the lighting I can get to. I have under-counter lighting as well. But Grandma wants it too. Grandma wants some under-counter lighting so she can see under here she's working. Like that. And then let's see, we're going to probably put an overhead light here too. This is the stuff we got from growing, together. And I love this particular light, again, a lot. It is really a big favorite of mine. So let's kind of center it here, right? Whoops, what happened to it? There it is. So we'll have that one there. Now in this room, a lot of times living rooms don't have overhead lighting. Because we made it for Grandma, we did put overhead lighting in. The realistic thing with older people sometimes is that they do need more lighting, their eyesight, especially if they start to get macular degeneration, something like that. Brighter lights and more lighting will help, offset some of that so they can still see better. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to put that light in there. And I think we will also put in this task lighting, right? This vintage reading lamp right here, so that when she is working on her knitting, and I'm not going to put knitting in here because I have the knitting pack, but this is only base game growing together assets. But I will, when I'm using it in my game, I will put like a little knitting basket down here, right? So that way she has some place to put her knitting. The other thing, I think we'll put up a quick piece of art on the wall. Let's see here. Maybe a growing together piece of art. There's not a lot of art with this kit, but I do like some of this stuff. Like that's really pretty, and I really like these posters. I mean, I think it's a really nice poster, right? And we could maybe even do 2 of those. Kind of center one here. Again, Grandma, she's traveled. She's traveled places. She's gone places. And so either she bought these posters there or maybe she took pictures while she was there and she had them blown up into posters, right? And so she's been to like Snowy Escape, right? Mount Como Rebbe. She's been there, and she's been to, is that Windenburg? I'm going to say that's Windenburg. Oh, it is Windenburg. There's the windmills. Okay. She's been to Windenburg. So she had a couple of the pictures she took that she really liked blown up into posters for her kitchen here. And we'll do that. I'm going to put some clutter into this kitchen. I'm not going to clutter this whole build because, as you can see, it's massive, right? But I'm going to clutter up Grandma's apartment here in a little bit. But for now, we're going to leave that, and then we'll grab a color here. Let's put some white on the walls, right? We're going to use the same flooring in here. And again, since we're pretending this is Pergo flooring, we're going to go ahead and use it in the bathroom as well. And then in the bedroom, we're going to put one of these overhead lamps. Make it a little bit smaller. That'll be pretty good. And then in the bathroom, we will just put a standard disc light. Now, ideally, what would I love? I would love to have like a handicapped, or I shouldn't even say handicap, but sort of special needs, right? A sort of special needs entry tub. That's what I would like to see here. We don't actually have that. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to say that, they've just put a shower in here, and we're going to do kind of like this, where she could just roll in to the shower. So we're going to, if she needed to. So if she has mobility issues at some point, she can just roll into the shower. Or if she needs to sit down, right, then there would be room here to put a chair, and she could use the hose since this is a detachable shower, right? Oh shit, I can't use that though. Oh, for goodness sakes. Darn. Because that is from Snowy Escape. And I can't use it. I can only use stuff from base game and the new pack, Growing Together. Shoot! Oh my gosh. Okay, so anyway, as I was saying, that's what I'm going to do. So in my build, I will come back later when I use it. I will tile this area. We're going to tile it anyway, but I'll tile that area. And then the idea would be that she could roll in because there's no lips and there's no barriers. And if she needed to use a chair and a handheld shower, she could. That's where I was going with that. But instead, we're going to use the crystal box stall for now for this upload to the gallery, so that if people don't have, Mount Como Rebbe, Snowy Escape, they can still use it, right? And we'll go in here and grab a couple of these sinks. I guess she really doesn't need, I was going to put double sinks in here, but I don't know that she actually needs double sinks. Let's say they wouldn't have put in double sinks, because what I could do is, let's just not even use those sinks. She doesn't have a ton of storage space as it is in this apartment, so we're going to put in a counter type sink. And what they've done is they're thinking in terms of the day when Queen Grandma is no longer with us, right? She has passed on, and so they're going to go ahead and put double sinks here so that if they ever rent it out, something like that, it'll have, more use, right? It'll be more useful. So we'll do that. Do. We'll put these in here. And we can put in a little bit of lighting. Sometimes I just use this stuff again, like I used under the counters. They put in like this sort of task lighting. I think it's actually supposed to be for picture frames, right? But to me, it looks a lot like a fluorescent fixture that goes under a counter. In fact, it looks a lot like the ones I use, which are not fluorescent, but they're xenon bulbs or something like that. But so I'm going to use those. And then we've got kind of a nice little setup here. Let's put some toilet paper in like so. And we'll grab some towels. I'm going to just do plain white towels here. Do. And then just in anticipation of the future, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to put tile down, because again, normally if this was, kind of a roll-in shower, the whole area would be tiled there. So I'm going to go ahead and tile that. And I suppose you could tile the whole bathroom and then tile the kitchen as well. If it just kind of suited what you were wanting to do, the sort of story you're wanting to tell, or how your family lives, you definitely could do that. That's kind of a pretty tile, right? Like that. But I'm not going to do that. I am going to leave it like this. Now for her bedroom, let's throw in here. She's got, again, quite a lot of room. If I wanted to put in something over here, I could, and I might. Yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just, yeah, I am, because I'm going to put in like a little desk area here, because even though she's like 80 years old or whatever, right? And even though she's grandma, she's with it. You know, she's like, I know a lot of older people. There's some older people in my clientele. Not all of them, you know, are technologically illiterate. Not all of them are incapable of using a computer. And in fact, a lot of them actually really like having a computer because it is easier for them to keep in touch with, you know, kind of far-flung family, stuff like that, right? So we're going to pretend like she has this kind of desk left over from sometime somewhere and put a nice little chair with it. And we're going to give her a computer because, yeah, she knows how to use a computer. She's not an idiot, you know. And computers really have been around for a long time. Even if she's 80 and she was working when she was 40 for, you know, like a corporate office someplace, chances are she used a computer. And then, you know, when she was in her 50s and it was the 90s, for sure she was going to be using a computer. And when she retired in 2000, she's used to using a computer, right? Sure, she's 60, but she's used to using a computer at work. And so she probably has one at home. She probably bought one in the late 90s. She has one at home. So we're gonna find her a computer here. We'll give her this nice comfy chair, a nice blue. Of course, I don't know about it with that desk now. Pull that desk out. Let me take a look here. Do. We got that. Let's go with that. And then we'll put this here. Get rid of that. And, you know, even though the desk is kind of tall, you can see out, right? You can kind of see out through the, well, kind of. It's kind of frosted. Yeah, no, I don't want to use that. I don't want to use that. Grandma wants to be able to see out when she's sitting at her desk, talking to her friends, catching up with people in Europe or someplace, right? So let's not use that one. So what do we have here? Okay, what do we have? Not a lot that I love. I guess you know what we could do? We could maybe turn it this way, right? Kind of like that. And then she would be able to see outside, and we could use this kind of frosted desk there. Yeah, let's do that. Not my ideal. And to be honest, again, I mean, when I'm using this for my purposes, not for upload to the gallery, and I have every pack available, I'll probably choose something different. On both the desk and the chair, I will probably choose something different. Go with that. That looks a little bit more like it matches, right? The only bad thing about that, though, is I've got to have room for the bed. So, yeah, I don't really think I can do that. I don't know why. This is going to be the most agonizing part of this build, is trying to... Let's just do this. That's the desk. I almost grabbed it first, and then I thought, nah, it's too simple, but it is fine. We're going to go with that. Let me grab a computer here. What kind of computer does Grandma have? She has a great one. We're going to grab her that one there. Put on her desk. And we're going to grab a bed for her. What's a good bed? She's 80. She needs a really good bed. There's not a lot of really good beds in The Sims, though. I mean, that's a really good bed, but it's a little fancy for a modern townhome, right? That's a little fancy. Princess Cordelia's bed or whatever it is. Yeah, Princess Cordelia's bed. I mean, it's comfortable. And then we got this thing. which I don't really like. And then we got that, which is definitely modern, but doesn't strike me as grandma. And then let's just go with this. Screw it. Let's just go with that, right? It's not really what I love, but we're going to go with that. What kind of colors we got here? We got that. That's pretty, though. And that kind of looks like the sofa a little bit. What do we have for purple? That. No. That's kind of pretty. And when you look at the sofa with it, again, like I said, this sofa and this bed's not really my style. It really isn't. And I don't like when they do that because it's too specific. But this is a specific style, and so it does kind of work for her, right? So I am really digging. I'm digging it for this sim in this location in this build. Let me put it that way. So I've been a little bit down on it, right? On some of these patterns and stuff. But at the same time, like for this sim and this build and stuff, it is grabbing me. It's kind of getting me. I am kind of liking it. So I'm gonna have to eat a little bit of my words on that one because it is. Yeah, I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of digging it. Then we need some sort of table for her. Not that. Maybe these. These are not bad though. We can put these in here. I actually really like these tables. You know, these two here, I think they look really good. So we'll grab those tables and then we're going to grab some lighting. I love these new lamps, in fact, too. These new lamps, I think, are just gorgeous. Just so beautiful. We're going to do that. They kind of match the pillows a little bit there. And we could put a lamp here on the desk as well. Again, like I said, a lot of lighting kind of helps when you get older. If you're starting to get a little macular degeneration or something like that, comes in very handy. So we could use maybe something like this, or maybe this comes in green, which is pretty. Maybe make it smaller. I don't know. Maybe not. The green kind of matches that, but not really. We've got this. I mean, it's a retrofitted brass lantern. Let's go with that. Again, we're talking about someone, she's lived a long time. She has a lot of different stuff from a lot of different eras, right? And for whatever reason, when she moved in, she decided she was going to bring this with her. She's going to bring this lantern. Maybe she got it at an antique store. She probably did get it at an antique store. Probably some antique store. It was like an old caboose lantern or an old lantern from like a, steam locomotive or something. And someone at the antique store had converted it, kind of electrified it, and made it into what we see here today. Yeah, I'm going to go with that story. I like that. I'm going to leave that like that. Shed plenty of light, right? Right. Now, we could put some sort of art here above her bed and maybe a carpet in here as well. Let's see here. Decorations. This kind of looks good. I can kind of see this maybe, again, because I'm kind of pretending like she's a traveler, right? She's kind of a world traveler. She's been all over the place. So maybe she kind of likes this map. Also, there was a time when these maps were like really popular, a map like this. Again, kind of like in the 90s, the mid to late 90s. And so maybe she just has that left over from that era. She's lived through all this different stuff. So some of it's going to be maybe a little, like I said, leftovers, something she didn't want to get rid of. Yeah, it's out of style now. And you can probably get one of those at Goodwill or someplace like a thrift store. But she still likes it. She's going to do it. And I'm going to make this smaller considerably. And then we're going to put these on the wall. These are, again, going to be some mementos from her big trip to Salvadorada. Let's see here. We got that. Got that. Let's go with that. So she's going to hang those on the wall by her bed. And we'll find another rug. Try to find another rug here to go with it. So far for this apartment, I feel like I'm batting 1,000. I was a little worried about it. And Again, part of it with me and decorating so far is I haven't. Some of this stuff is kind of hard to use, right? I haven't had a lot of luck with that. Finding stuff that works, just all these different. It's very personalized, right? Like again, with a blanket and pillows already on it, it's very personalized. But with her apartment, it's working great. I mean, I just love it so far. I'm just like super thrilled with it. So let's check out what kind of rugs we have here again. We have that. Let's go ahead and grab it and put it down there. I kind of like that. You know, I mean, isn't that a vibe? Isn't that, I mean, that's kind of grabbing me. It is. It's kind of a vibe. I'm kind of digging it. This is all suddenly starting to make some sense. Okay, I'm going to say that. Doing her apartment, all of this and this is starting to make some sense. Because the rug is kind of tying it together, and the tones are kind of working together, and it is kind of making some sense. So I'm kind of getting excited for it now. This is kind of it is. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. And more importantly, Grandma's going to dig it. She's going to love it. She's going to be so happy. She's going to just love living with her grandkids, living with her family. So let's see here. Kind of thinking about doing sort of an accent wall here in the bedroom. Color-wise, I don't know if I'm going to. We'll take a look and see what we've got here to work with. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use this one thing. Where is it? Where is it? Let me just take base game off. It'll be easier to find. Like this stuff. I use this as interior wall decor, and I thought it looked really good. Let me see. We're going to just do an accent wall there on the back, right? Create sort of an alcove feeling like that. And I think that looks good. I do like that. I'm going to leave it just like that. We could almost bring it around, though, like this. Give it a very warm feeling in this room. So it kind of wraps. Or we just do the bed area. For now, I'm just going to do the bed area. I'm going to just do the bed area in there. It looks really, I like it very much. We could, though, wrap this area out here. If we wanted to kind of pull the two areas together, we could create another sort of alcove out of it, right? And it does go well with the bamboo and that chair and that lamp. So I'm going to call that good. I'm going to call that good. Now, I would love to, I'm going to change things here maybe just a little bit, because I'm thinking what would be great is to have a door from Grandmother's apartment outside to this area where where the family's going to hang out outside a lot. Now, the family will walk down. I'll put stairs like these stairs are done. I'll do stairs that will come down from this level. But it would be really cool if maybe... Let me see here. Let me see if I can just go ahead and maybe put in a little door over here. We might do that and that, right? Like that. And then we're going to go ahead and scoot this down and the TV down. And we'll put these pictures on each side of the TV. So it kind of, kind of balances out a little bit here. And then we can put like a small back door here so that she can get outside, to the patio easy. So, we're going to, let's see here. Let me get our base game stuff back. Because there is a little door. It'll be the perfect little door. I think even the color will work, right? Got this kind of color here. Maybe a little bit darker. Yeah, like that. And now she has a back door out to the garden. So that's awesome. I love that. We're going to go with that there. We're going to call that totally good. I love this little apartment. I hope I hope when I'm like a really old person and I move back in with my son, shh, don't tell him it's a surprise. Because I'm sure I'm not sure how he feels about it right now at the age of 14. But, hopefully in several decades, he's going to be cool with it, because when I do move in with my son as an old man who does not want to go to the nursing home, I hope that I have something like this. I hope in fact, I should send him. I should take a picture of this and I'm going to send it to him and be like, just meditate on this for when you're ready to build a house. Just kind of give us some thought. Give us some thought, right? Okay, so that's it. Grandmother's, area here. I love it. It's like I'm just in love. I'm just in love with it. I'm going to have to come in and put in some gardens. I've got so much to do. Look at this place. This thing is massive. I've got like 5 different townhouses here. I still really have to finish the exterior to some extent, although it is definitely getting there. But that completion is going to have to come at another time. For tonight, I'm going to say, thank you for watching. Please hit like, subscribe, and notify so that we can continue taking on this build in the future. And in the meantime, again, as always, thank you for watching.